What it do, y'all? G-Rose, Roosevelt for Prez. This is the Crypto Hour. Of course, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Definitely helps the channel to continue to grow. And we've been growing because of you all. So thank you for that. I want to give you guys your daily dose of ASAs. There's been a lot going on, y'all. I'll be the first to tell you I was up early anticipating this AlgoScout token release. I know they have a pretty strong community. A lot of people were anticipating it. But you guys, it didn't go pretty well. No, it didn't. It was a failed launch, to be frank, fam. Yeah, it was. Now, I encourage you to go to AlgoScout's Twitter, their Reddit, to read the full report on what happened. It's pretty detailed and long. Long story short, they are going to have to just create a whole nother ASA. The launch of that is to be announced, but that sucks, right? I mean, I like AlgoScout, fam. But today's show is about AlgoFund and really the idea of these IDO LaunchPads that are coming to Algorand. Now, those that don't know what an IDO is, it is an initial DEX offering, all right? And it does have its benefits and drawbacks, in my opinion. I was pretty vocal about it in my show yesterday that I'm not happy about them coming to Algorand. But with the recent events that have been happening, I wanted to get you guys to chime in, all right? But before I get started, I wanted to just be a real one and address this LOUDefi situation head on, all right? Now, I spoke on LOUDefi yesterday as they got verified. I shouted them out like I normally do with projects that get verified. Now, I was hesitant. I didn't want to bring them to you guys before they're verified because they had a little bit of controversy on Reddit, and I didn't feel comfortable with bringing them to you before they were verified, all right? Now, of course, after they got verified, the price was skyrocketing. I mean, I believe they're even still trending on TinyChart right now, right? Just kind of felt a little shaky because of some of the tweets they had released, and so I pulled my $140 out on my initial investment out. About an hour later, they removed their liquidity and then posted in their Telegram that they were going to have to restructure and relaunch the token. Now, this did set off a bit of a firestorm, right? Because, of course, you're going to have people saying, oh, we got rugged, or we got rugged again. And, with that being said, they are verified. And a lot of people were looking at Algorand or the foundation like, hey, how could these people be verified if, they're operating their business like this, right? Now, AlgoScout hasn't officially deemed them as a rug pull. So I want to read you guys their statement that they have on their website, and we'll move on. So if you go to LOUDefi's website, they have posted LOUDefi community. You have not lost your investment in LOUDefi. At this time, we have pulled liquidity. Please do not buy or sell any Loud tokens until our relaunch. After looking at the offers we received on our buyback initiative, the response has been extremely underwhelming, making our tokenomics beyond repair. With support from Algorand, we will restructure and relaunch as a fully verified asset, giving our token liquidity pool and LOUDefi investors the opportunity to prosper. This restructure will deliver the tokenomics needed to form celebrity and strategic partnerships while developing our platform within the Algorand ecosystem. Tomorrow, we will announce the start of the enrollment process to obtain the new Loud tokens. Everyone will be required to submit your wallet address to our website so we can run a transaction report and calculate your compensation and rewards. The enrollment process will include our current and previous Loud token holders. We look forward to reuniting all LOUDefi investors. Now, look, I'm going to be frank with y'all. Rug pull or not, yeah, I'm done, fam. I can't mess with it. Nah. See, I pride myself on doing the due diligence and making sure that I don't get rugged. Now, maybe it hasn't officially been rugged, but look, I can't mess with it, y'all. Nah, I'm kind of a snob when it comes to that. I'm out. So that leads me to get into AlgoFund, right? AlgoFund is an initial DEX offering launchpad. and I put together 3 pros and 3 cons about these IDOs, and I'm speaking purely from experience, all right? So the first pro is IDOs can potentially make it safer for investors, all right? So these IDO platforms will essentially do the vetting, they'll do the screening, and make sure that the project is at least safe enough for you to invest in, right? Via pre-sales, get in early, and that's all good. Now, the thing with that on Algorand is that one would assume that the verification process was doing that in the first place. Now that the LOUDefi situation has happened, that remains to be seen, right? Another pro to these IDO LaunchPads would be more geared towards like these project developers, right? Because they get to raise capital and set a goal, say $10 million, raise the funds. They can do like 3 installments of the pre-sales before the public launch and already have capital to go ahead and get the project in development, all right? So that's another pro for these IDO LaunchPads. The third pro that I'd like to mention is that it really does give the investors a centralized location to find all these projects that are going to be dropping, right? And then you can get in, they'll give you the pre-sale date, the official public launch date, and you can kind of sort through them on your own. That way you don't have to crawl the internet or just look on TinyChart at these highly speculative new projects that are dropping. They're going to have pre-screened ones all in a centralized location. So it takes a lot of the legwork out the way. Now, there are some cons, and again, I've been very vocal, so let me just go over the cons as I see them through my experiences. So the first con would be when you have an IDO platform, right, you're usually going to have to buy a shit ton of their tokens in order to participate. Now, they usually break it down into tiers, silver, gold, or platinum. It may be any type of variation of that. But the first 2 tiers, which aren't going to get you a lot of pre-sale tokens in the first place, they are going to require maybe 1,000 tokens, 2,500 tokens to be purchased, and then like whitelisting and a bunch of hoops that you have to jump through just to not even really get a lot of tokens in the first place. And I don't like that. Now, the second con, in my opinion, is that because of these structured tiers, you have like the highest tier, the platinum tier, might require you to have like $25,000 invested in it, and you're going to get a ton of pre-sale tokens. And so on the public launch, it is likely going to cause huge sell-offs, all right? Now, to AlgoFund's credit, they may have something in place to combat that. I know with DeFi, a lot of the pre-sale investors can't sell until August. So there's ways around that, but the experiences that I have had, that was definitely a con. Third con that I'd like to mention is that with these IDOs, they often require KYCs and lock out US investors, all right? Now, I'm speaking on the US because that's where I'm at. I can't participate. I've made videos ranting about it in the past, but there's also other territories that are locked out, and you really have to be mindful, right? Because you don't want to, think you're going to put $2,000 in to one of these IDO tokens so you can participate just for you to do that and then find out that you can't even invest anyways because you're in the US, all right? So hearing the 3 pros and cons, I mean, it's tough now that the AlgoScout failed launch happened, right? If there was an IDO, it would have just been an easier way for them to go about it. Also with the LOUDefi situation, right? A verified asset kind of like, hey, is it rugged? Is it not rugged? I don't know. I think that there's definitely more importance for a AlgoFund now to kind of solve some of this ASA rug pull problem. AlgoScout is doing a fantastic job trying to combat rug pulls. Dogecoin is also doing the same thing. Now, hopefully AlgoFund is going to do a better job at making sure that the people who got in the pre-sales don't dump out on the market as soon as the people who are investing in the public launch drive the price up. But those are my pros and cons. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. It's just a tricky thing, you guys, with these ASAs. I pride myself on not getting rugged. And even though the LOUDefi is not like an official rug at this point, it's just too close for comfort, y'all. I'm just really not with it, all right? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna breeze up out of here. Certainly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to hear me out on this. I want to hear from you in the comments, whether it's about the failed AlgoScout launch, whether it's the LOUDefi verified fiasco, and also what you think about AlgoFund. Are IDOs going to solve the ASA rug pull problem on Algorand? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Shout out all the future millionaires. Much love. G Rose, Roosevelt for Prez. This is the Crypto Hour. Peace.